Okay, our first student will be Jessica Bailey from Providence St. Mel.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I can hear my neighbor crying. I can't breathe. I'm in the movement now, and I can't leave. Calling the violence of the racist police, and we ain't gonna stop till everybody is free. When Charles Dickens wrote his novel, A Tale of Two Cities, he opened with the phrase, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times." The sentiment may have been about 19th century France, but it applies to the world today just the same. We have much more freedom now than ever before. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion are rights that we enjoy as Americans. But with great freedom comes even greater responsibility. With this being said, police brutality is not a new epidemic to hit the streets of Chicago or any other city in these United States. Those in power have been abusing their freedom since the beginning of recorded history. Look at Pharaoh's rule over the Israelites, or King Herod's slaughter of the innocents for reference. But something is different about this moment in time. How is it that people on a completely different continent can know about the Eric Garner incident and want to be a part of the I Can't Breathe movement? Well, another one of the blessings that makes this the best of times is the media. Now, many parents and members of older generations may be wishing that young people would stop being influenced by what they are fed by the media. I wholeheartedly agree. The media often sensationalizes mediocrity and depravity and clouds the picture of the real world. In spite of its detrimental effects, we have the media to thank for the momentum behind the I Can't Breathe movement. As a matter of fact, many would have no idea about Eric Garner or Michael Brown if it weren't for the expansive presence of the internet. The internet is like a double-edged sword. It can be used to cut down opponents with knowledge, just as it can scar the swordsman with ignorance. The only way to protect ourselves and our futures against the cycle of oppression perpetuated by both the abuse of power at the hands of authority and the negative influence of the media is through responsibility. When I say responsibility, I mean understanding that we live in a plural world where every decision we make affects a decision that our neighbor must make. Young people, we can no longer allow ignorance to go viral and flood our timelines and news feeds. The newest fad, especially for young people, is called the Rich Gang Challenge, where you post a video of yourself throwing up different gang signs, but then typing hashtag Rich Gang Challenge. It's somehow supposed to validate it and exempt you from becoming a casualty of gang wars. But for the spectators out there, you may think that your one little share is insignificant to the millions of others, but just like those millions, your behavior is making it acceptable for stupidity to live on, whether it's in the name of quick and easy fame or notoriety. The only thing being challenged is the worth of our lives. There are many stigmas associated with minorities in the inner city, and as a whole, they all assume that we won't amount to anything. That is the true reason behind police brutality, because in someone else's eyes, we are worthless. I stand before you today to say that we cannot go from targets to liabilities unless we hold ourselves to better standards and enhance our credibility. One person cannot carry this movement. We all must make a choice to do better for our lives and our community, whether through beautifying our streets, actually calling our city when we see crime festering in our neighborhoods, or offering guidance to those who have lost their way. It was once said that good things come to those who wait, but those days are over. Change starts in our own backyards, not in the backyards of our oppressors. If we do not make an effort to care about our future, then the people we want most to care shall not either. But more than anything, we must be consistent. So I charge everyone in this room to ignite their spirits of change and keep the movement alive. Because if you are not part of the cure, then you are a part of the disease. Thank you.
our next speaker will be Eric Conley.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Eric Conley, as you know. I'm here to speak on exactly the same thing. I can hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe. Now I'm in a struggle, and I can't leave. Calling on the violence of the racist police. We ain't gonna stop till people are free. We ain't gonna stop till people are free. Now, I don't believe I can stand up to what she just said, but I just wanted to let everyone know that, yes, it is a double-edged sword, the media. It has brought a lot of momentum to the I Can't Breathe to the world. But at the same time, the media also portrays black people as violent, tearing down their own neighborhood, burning down places. Now, what I wanted to say is, that's not everybody. It's not me or you burning down our neighborhood. So why should we say that it's all the police that's shooting us? It works both ways. Not every white person is racist, not every black person is violent. But at the same time, there is a problem. Police brutality is a problem. It has been for a long time. And the way we need to fix that is not by pointing fingers. We need to fix ourselves too, and we need to love each other more. Now, what does love each other more mean? Well, I grew up in a neighborhood where we treat each other a little less than ideal. We need to be better to ourselves. We don't need to put each other down. I'm not trying to put anybody down. I want everybody to love each other. And what I also wanted to say is that to love each other is basically, we want to bring each other up and, oh, sorry, I'm nervous.
All right. You're doing great.
Thank you. Bring each other up and act a little better when we want to show our anger. We don't have to show our anger by burning down our neighborhood, and we don't have to show our anger by pointing fingers saying, oh, the white man is racist. Not all white men are racist, or women. And then basically, we need to follow Martin Luther King more. And now Malcolm X Malcolm X is a good person. We need to be a little more peaceful around ourselves because the media can hurt us just as well as it can help us. It can make us seem that we're violent and that they have a reason to do what they're doing, and they don't have a reason. It's not a good reason to shoot somebody that's unarmed because they believe that they are a threat. We are not a threat to anyone. We don't need to look like a threat to anyone. And I'm not saying that I agree with prejudice, but it's the way we look on the news. And the news doesn't portray us as good people, and we don't get national attention when we do good things peacefully. And we do good things peacefully. We have protests of gun violence in Chicago, and that national television. We need to show people of the world that we are not violent, and that we are very passionate about this, but we know different ways to express our rage and our, we need to express our way a little differently. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
And our next speaker is Drea Holman from Westinghouse.
I can hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe. I'm in the movement now and I can't leave. Calling the violence of racist police, and we ain't stopping till everybody is free.
In a just world, police are supposed to be what keeps people safe and comforted. Well, right now, the world isn't just, and police have become more of a threat and a danger. Everywhere you hear stories about how this innocent person has gotten injured or killed. The sad part is that the majority of these people are black, and what used to be a horrible incident is now a racist, horrible incident. What's even worse is that it keeps on happening. Some stories get onto the media, but I'm sure many incidents have happened, and only the very closely related have known about it. But this has gone on long enough. It doesn't matter what skin color you have, what class you are, or what age you're at. Everyone can make a difference on the path towards change.
Thank you, Britta. And our next and final speaker is Mark Miner.
Good morning. Good morning. I can hear my neighbor crying. I can't breathe. I'm in the movement now, and I can't leave. Calling the violence of the racist police, and we ain't gonna stop till everybody's free. Do Black Lives Matter? The fact that we have to ask this